This morning, trust me, I forgot it was Father's Day. So we're having a Father's Day special. And they gave me a song to remind me, because I didn't remember, called Daddy's Home. It's by a group called, because I looked it up, Shep and the Limelights. Shep could be a nickname. I know we've got Sheps in our family. Or a dog. And the strange thing is, and I knew I'd got the right song as soon as I saw it, it had Hull. It was brought out on the Hull label. And for those of you that don't know, Hull is my hometown. So there is not just a message for me, there is a message for us all in this one. So let's see what Dad in Spirit has to say. And don't rule out if you're a dad who's lost a son or a daughter, because it could be you as well. So here we go then. What's the message Spirit wants to give us for Father's Day 2022? He did pop in this morning. Did you see? Well, because I missed it. The Emperor, Father Sky, the Divine Masculine. And there we have a lot of love from Spirit. Can't make it up. And it's a number 4. And what is the number 4 in the tarot? Have you been taking notice? Have you been listening? Number 4 in the tarot is Father Sky. It's the Emperor. So, funny enough though, I'm pretty sure in this deck it's the Empress, the mother. So you may have a mother and father in spirit. Or it may be just for you to let Mother know that he's talking to her as well. And it says, I am grateful for my inner peace because I know the hard work I did to achieve it. So Dad worked hard to get what was, or did his best for you. And you may not believe that, but he did what he could. So, the hard worker, a grafter. Ready? And he was a disciplinarian. Oof. So, he didn't take no shit. And you are still connected by that pillar of light. One last oracle, Spirit, please, before we do the read. What goddess are you giving us now? Venus was, if I'm not mistaken, born fully formed as a full-grown woman out of a shell. So, baby a semen. And the goddess Phantom. So Spirit, hauntings. Maybe you feel his presence or have done. And there he is. Can't make it up. We cut on the Emperor. So he really wants to get this message out. There's no coincidences where Spirit's concerned. And if you still think there is, then you're watching the wrong channel. Because no matter how many times I have tried to prove them wrong, and trust me, in the beginning I did, they have always been proven right. So, come on then, what do we want to know? The Father's Day message for 2022. There he is. This might be a hard one to hear. It's not going to be an easy one. So there could have been depression. There could have been a lot of unhappiness. So maybe in life there were things that didn't go well. And maybe him or your mum was unfaithful. Or maybe there was a lost child. It could also be that the anniversary of his passing or his birthday was a month ago or a month from now. Somebody is still grieving that loss. Somebody hasn't let go yet. There's a lot of water under the bridge, and there's a lot of people with survivor's guilt that blame themselves for something. And dad or child in spirit is saying, stop blaming yourself. Stop crying over spilt milk. What's done is done, and don't look back. It's time to stop the grieving. 5 months is mentioned. The red rose, either placed in the coffin or grown for a loved one, could be important. Above all else, it is unconditional love. Someone has been to hell and back, and you may be a secret child, or this may have been a secret child that you lost. Because this is secrets. This is the truth not being told about what went on. This is about diet or medication being wrong. It's about depression. It's about not listening to spirit and wishing they had. This is the psychic, the medium, the tarot reader, the artist, the prisoner. Those born on the 2nd, 29th, living or past, date for your diary, addresses, wherever you see that number, it's negative energy. And lack of self-esteem. Dad didn't obviously think much of himself, or it was his way or the highway, and he was stubborn. And he maybe put you through hell. And you're looking back on the past and thinking, why would he even get in touch? But this is his way of acknowledging that's how he was. That's what he was. But he did his best. There may have been injuries to the head and face. 4 or 31. Negative energy. And he's not trying to defend himself. Nor should you. There's no reason to. Or you're not standing up for yourself now when you should. You are protected. This is Archangel Michael, so his name may be Michael. The letters B and J could be important. This is somebody with clarity of thought. It's usually a Libra cusper, Virgo Libra, or Libra Scorpio. We had that this morning. Or someone who's a lawyer, a doctor, or a priest. Someone who cuts through the bullshit and gets to the point. You may have been sharp-tongued. And there was a lot of fear here. Or there is a lot of fear in the present. Putting things off until tomorrow. Or he was always saying, we'll do it tomorrow, and it never got done. Number 22. Negative energy. And stuck between a rock and a hard place. Never being able to make that decision that was needed. And we've seen this card before. It's the Mercury retrograde card. And do you remember when I used to show you the picture of the female with the man holding the child to ransom with a knife, and the female having a sword but not daring to use it in case some harm came to the child, but some harm may come to the child anyway. So there is some issues over children here maybe, or your childhood. And maybe he didn't say anything, or he turned a blind eye to certain things because he was trying to protect you or others, or his heart, or he didn't have all the information, or he was in denial. Either way, you've got to let it go. Looks like a deep one. He's been waiting for this one. There's a lot of stress on his neck. Maybe. Car accident. I don't know. Something to do with the neck. There it is again. Either he or you don't feel like you was adequate. You was ever good enough. Something about 7 years. Maybe you were 7 years old. You feel like you should have got further on. Or you feel like he's always in your head saying, you're useless. You never amount to anything. Actually, you reap what you sow. And even if you haven't succeeded yet, as long as you don't give up, which is what people expect you to do, you will succeed. Because the lessons that you've learnt, nothing is wasted up to this point. They've all been lessons for you to put to good use. Money in the bank, if you like, towards the eventual success. And it may be slower than other people, but comparison is not your friend. So be grateful for what you've got. There's illness, lack of strength. A Leo or a person born in the year of the ox, which was last year and 12 years and 24 and 36 previous, February to February. Heavy burdens, heart and back issues. Impatience, intolerance, bad-tempered. And there he is again. Confused, lacking clear thinking or understanding, bad advice even given. Maybe he gave you some advice and you wish he hadn't now because it keeps going round in your head, stopping you from being who you truly are. Misdiagnosis maybe for some doctors, priests, lawyers. Negative energy. Somebody is at the dark night of the soul, frightened to make a move, take a new path because there's a sting in the tail they believe waiting for them on the other side. But he's telling you it's time to walk away. Leave the misery of the past behind. Draw a line in the sand and stop dwelling on it. Leo energy again. The salmon. Arguments. It looks like you didn't get on. There was a lot of arguments. And always had to be right. Always had to have the last word. Cutting the nose off to spite the face. That might be now, in a situation you're in now, or it might be your relationship with him. 5 weeks. Somebody like a prickly porcupine. intending to win at all costs, loving the arguments. They could start an argument in an empty house. Everyone regrets it. Nobody wins. And stubborn, really stubborn, refusing to accept. And lies, deceit. Somebody wearing a false mask, pretending to be something they're not because they had to. Medical matters. Again, always waiting for the miracle to happen that never did. Maybe winning the pools or the lottery. Trying to be everything to everybody and achieving nothing. Again, depression. Again, manifesting negatively. Always thinking on the negative. And that could be somebody that's in your life now. 1 or 28. Negative energy. Gemini. Communication. Siblings. Maybe your siblings weren't all that brilliant either. The fox. Always having to survive. Trying to survive. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. Drugs. Alcohol. Addictions maybe. Smoking might have killed him. Confusion. And again, they were stuck between a rock and a hard place. What was they supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? A decision that needs to be made, but you're still trying to protect yourself or others, not knowing what is the right decision. Maybe you had to make a decision to end the treatment. Like he said, let it go. Forgive yourself. Stop being so negative. That's what it's saying. Stop talking yourself out of what makes you happy. There you are again, Dark Night of the Soul. At that crossroads, are you going to sell your soul to the devil? Sign the contract, turn your life away, is what it's saying. Or are you going to actually live your life? Lack of respect, either between you and him, or now. Banging your head against a brick wall. Giving up. The transformation comes. So someone was born when they passed. An ending brings about a rebirth, a new beginning. Scorpio energy, the 13th, massively important in a positive way. Marriage, friendship, Taurus energy. The neck and the throat healed. The womb, shared resources, healed. A teacher, a mentor, religion, possibly Catholic, the names Simon and Peter, keys that bind you to the material or the spiritual. There's born on the 5th or the 23rd, living or past, if your diary address, massively important in a positive way. The throat chakra, maybe they had throat cancer. And a warning that you're not seeing things clearly. Confusion, maybe they had dementia towards the end. Deliberately trying to block your path, putting obstacles in your way. Maybe there was a bit awkward towards the end. Somebody is blocking your way. They're stopping you from being happy, or something is. The 19, negative energy. And again, boredom, apathy, not refusing to budge, refusing to accept things as they are. Stubborn. Healing. Growing a backbone. Having the courage. Patience. Leo energy. Karma. Heart back, like I said, issues. Healed. 8 or 26, positive energy. Leo again, but this is negative financial matters. Leo female, cusper possibly. Leo Virgo, Leo Cancer, cusper. Action is needed towards the thing that you're passionate about. So watch out for that demanding Leo female. And if you're a Leo, it looks like you're putting obstacles in your own way. So, we've already said, you should be grateful for the inner peace because the hard work was needed to achieve it. So they've seen how far you've come and the work that you've put in and how hard you've worked at something. But more is needed. Discipline. So we go back to the dog because they mentioned a dog in the write-up, and I will write that up for the song and put it in the comments. An unruly dog is a hazard to itself and others. So those born in the year of the dog, 1994 plus or minus 12, February to February. The animal which has learned discipline and obedience can be trusted and will loyally and lovingly serve its master. It is then allowed off the lead. So somebody needs boundaries. Through discipline comes freedom. And maybe if your dad was a disciplinarian, you haven't been strong enough or disciplined enough with your kids. The master you're called to obey is you, your higher self. Don't listen to what you think your dad's saying in your head. Listen to your heart. Because you came to earth on a mission, and only self-discipline will enable you to fulfill it. So tune in and ask your angels for their help and support so that your life becomes happy and rewarding and divinely directed. Discipline is the key to fulfilling your destiny. You have to have self-discipline because that brings you freedom. So, pillar of light. If you want to speak to them, you are the pillar of light. And it is through you they will be contacting. Not through anyone else. You. And if you're scared, how can they come? You are heaven and earth to them. Perfect expression. A conduit for the light of the heavens to earth. You are the rainbow bridge. That bridge that you have to cross. You're the one putting the obstacles in your own way. You have to take time to meditate and imagine yourself as a pillar of light connecting the heavens to the earth. As the light shines through each of your chakras, you activate the rainbow bridge that many ancient scriptures speak about. Raising your vibration raises the vibration of the planet, links the higher realms of the cosmos, guides and angels, and spirits with the ancient wisdom keepers and beings of planet Earth. We're going back to dancing because they dance together through you. They sing together through you. Without your body, voice and creation, neither can be expressed. For too long, we've been taught that God is outside of us, giving away our power to angels and spirit guides, but without you, they don't have a voice. Because you are the oracle. Do not look for guidance outside from others or doing as you're told. For you hold the wisdom of the entire universe in the portal of your heart, in every cell of your body. So do not see the angels and guides as above you, for without you they have no way of communicating. You are the oracle, you are the rainbow bridge, and you are the pillar of light. Allow that light of the heaven and light of the earth to flow through you. Activate the codes of remembering within your cells and chakras, and activate your system as a rainbow bridge between heaven and earth. Because you are love. Venus. And you were made with love. And it is the Empress, the mother, so she's not forgotten. Love is a religion, and it's the only thing to die for. The name John could be important. Venus is ruled by Libra, which we mentioned, and Taurus. Venus is the most humane and fair of all the planets, so you may be asked or feel compelled to settle a dispute. Courts, law and judgment may factor in, but more than this card indicates either a new love coming into your life, possibly a secret one, or the improvement or new start of an older love relationship. So when the Venus card presents itself in a reading, the first thing to focus on is romance and love, but after that, creativity and refinement. You can be assured that you are found very attractive at this present time and may be the subject of some advances. If so, romance becomes playful, even childlike. It is a time for full heart blessings. If a relationship begins, it will have more sense of contentment and happiness to it. But in some cases, it will be cold and restrictive. Venus is the planet of charmers, so you may want to pour on the charm in a situation. There is a tendency to become more socially engaging. At this time, people will generally be sweeter and more helpful and amenable. It is a good period to smooth ruffled feathers or make peace with others. Use diplomacy because it will serve you best at this time. It's about you growing as a soul, about abundance, perhaps pregnancy, the military, May the 31st, November the 11th, mother energy, mothers, mother-in-laws, mothers of your children. Comforts, love, beauty, eating, sensing, relating, and expensive purchases which you should avoid. So, Morrigan. Don't often get this one. The three fates: hope, faith, charity, the maiden, the mother, the crone. A Celtic goddess, the Morrigan rules psychological warfare, so somebody's playing mind games with you and trying to put blockages in your path. Fears. There we have the fears. Patterns of thought, self-defeating attitude. Yes, 7 of Pentacles. Well done, Dad. Ghosts, hauntings, tricks and deception. A lack of clarity. Yes, very much so. Where's that King of Swords reversed? At war with oneself. Your own worst enemy. What did I say? You may have seen how a fighter can successfully psych out his opponent when going into battle. Correct mental attitude is all important. If you are at war with yourself, you leave a gap in your defences, which your enemy will spot and exploit. If you are fighting for something, you must commit yourself completely to that cause. You can't be in two minds. If you have serious doubts, perhaps you need to refine your goals. Sometimes the only way you can rid yourself of fear is to face your opponent head on with courage. So grow a backbone and say it how it is what he's saying. You are strong enough. Don't kid yourself. Doesn't matter what he told you in life. 7th house, Libra again. Leo again. So, 7th house is marriage, alliance, and marital home. Relationships, matrimony, partnerships, unity, other people, projections, public enemies, and lawsuits. And Leo in Jupiter. Leo in Jupiter is about expanding through holding court. It will be dramatic, flamboyant, and self-confident, with enormous pride and personal dignity. Jupiter in Leo makes a big impression. So pride comes before a fall. Make sure you are dignified in all your actions and don't be too demanding or stubborn, because this Leo in this is negative. Lack of courage, karmic situations, obstacles, problems with the heart, or lack of love. So even though it's a serious message, they are also saying that whatever the circumstances before the past, they want you to forgive if you can, and don't let it poison you from the inside. It is time for you to leave the misery of the past behind and move forward to find your own happiness and grow as a person, as a soul. Nurture yourself like a mother would. Make sure you give his love to your mum, be it the child or your dad, and all is forgiven, and they wish and hope that you can forgive them. Thanks for listening.